So this one is actually quite applicable because there's a lot of times you're going to get to a room where it's not going to be a perfect doors in the middle of the wall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so is there any questions on it?
What was the name?
This one is called Same Side.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah. Alright, so if we're going to run over to the other three over here, we'll start on the far right.
Nice work, by the way, this map.
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
a lot easier to
sun's
have
on the
these
way.
in game so everyone can see them than like all tabbing out and looking at pictures and stuff.
One in the back.
Alright, so I know you guys are looking at me and going, T-Hawk, this isn't a breaching technique. So hang on one sec.
It's a
So, yeah.
suicide technique.
This one is called the peak. So you're obviously wondering, how is this a breaching technique? Breaching a room is doing anything that makes the people inside the room known to your presence. So if the person basically he's moving over the threshold roughly to see into the room, then he's breached the room. So this is used when you're not 100% sure about the room, like you pretty know that there's no one in there, but you need to look. Any type of a situation where you need to look into a room, you use this. So the second, third, and fourth man are stacked up on the wall. The first man comes out. He needs to move into the room, look, and come right back out. Now, in real life, I've heard stories of the peak technique where the first man, I'm only saying this kind of as a cool anecdote other than anything else. The first man leans out into the doorway with the second man holding his the back of his tack vest, and when the first man says a word, the second man just pulls him, reefs him right back over the doorway, so no one can shoot him. So it's like you basically trust the second man with your life, and you just lean forward, take all the weight off your body, and lean into the doorway to look, and the second man pulls you back as soon as you need it. But obviously this one's pretty self-explanatory. You just need to look into the room. Yeah, shoot.
I've actually seen a video of that one you just explained.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking hardcore, like, cause you can't really use your weapon in the situation, like, so you just need to look into the room and get out. Alright, so that was...
GIG enters it.
Yeah, those guys are badasses though. Alright, so we'll move down to this one here. So you guys heard me earlier use the word pie slice on smaller openings. So this is what I meant by a pie slice. So when you're pie slicing to just look into an alleyway, you do what the first man does, but you just turn around and continue onwards. If you're pie slicing a doorway, and you're going to breach the doorway, it turns into a crossover. So when the first man pie slices, so we'll demonstrate a pie slice later, but it's roughly a 180-degree like scoping of the doorway to look in. As you can see, looking at the arrows, he's looking in every direction, trying to scope out all of the blind spots of the room, and then he would move into because there is no unknown to him anymore, so he just clears straight into the left, and the second man clears into the right, and the third man and fourth man do 45 degrees to what the first and second man do. So this one's used when the doorway is open and there could be a very, very serious threat inside the room, and just breaching in is not possible because you are worried about getting gunned down. You pie slice the room and you'll be able to see roughly what the enemy targets are, what the situation is in the inside. Do you guys understand that? And any questions?
What happens when the first guy sees an...
Oh, the first guy is allowed permission to shoot as soon as he sees somebody. He can shoot somebody at any point in that.
Isn't that the case in all scenarios?
Say again?
Isn't that the case in all scenarios?
Well, yeah. In all scenarios, the first man shoots as soon as he sees somebody. Simple as that.
So the second, third, and fourth man will repeat what the first guy did, yeah?
No, the second, third, and fourth man will only repeat what the first man did when you're not going into the room that you just pie sliced. So if you're on, to give the practical example, you're playing on Fallujah, you're moving down a street, there's an alleyway to your left-hand side. The first man, point man, scopes the alleyway, make sure no one's looking up at to shoot us, and then he continues on. The second, third, and fourth man don't have to do it as exaggerated he did. They just need to kind of glance in and keep moving because the first man's already cleared it. But the first, second, third man, the second and third and fourth man will only do that if you keep going from that place. If you're breaching, they hold, they breach as a crossover.
So they hold after number 1 is past the entry.
Yeah. So the second, as soon as the first man begins his pie slice, the second man's arc changes to the front. So he's covering the front while the first man is pie slicing, because if you can imagine it, the first man will actually have his back facing the front when he's finished his pie slice.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
The 3 positions for the first guy, that's supposed to be a fluid movement, yeah?
Yes, that's a fluid movement.
Yeah, good.
Unless, of course, you need to stop for some reason. Like, you can stop and shoot if you need to. But the best bit is to get out of that fail funnel as quick as possible. Alright, so if there's no questions, we'll move on to the very last one, which is the high-low. So this is used on, for instance, street corners when you need to have security to bend across. It's used on hallways inside houses. It's used in any situation where you need to look into an area and you need full firepower to do so. So what happens is the first man moves to the corner, he peeks out and takes a knee, while the second man still moves out with him, standing, so he can shoot over him. The third and fourth man just holding their position and wait for the first and second man to give orders. If you are in a building, so you're doing a straight clearing of a building, don't go to ground. The best bet is to stay on your knees so you can constantly move around. If you're doing this on a street corner, however, you want the first man to lie down and the second man to kneel, because you're going to be holding for a considerably longer amount of time than you would in a building. So it's best bet to just get into a better stable firing position and have third and fourth men cross the street to the other side, where third and fourth man repeat the high-low, and first and second man will come over and you continue clearing it or moving in the way you did. All right, so has everyone got any questions on that?
I have a more general question.
Yeah.
After you do something like a button hook, you're going to have 1 and 3 in the same spot and 2 and 4, so the buddy teams are all mixed up. Just before you go to the next room, do you stack back up in the correct order each time?
You try your best to stack up in the way that you did before, but that is not necessary. For instance, like buddy teams are used for kind of like not logistical things, but they're used just to group people together. However, in CQB it needs to be very fluid, and you might not be able to stick with your quote-unquote buddy all the time. And like in real life, you're in a fire team, so these 3 other guys you're with all the time. So it doesn't matter if you're a buddy with somebody else. You know what I mean? The only thing you need to remember is try your best not to have the team leader the breach first, and never ever ever have the automatic rifleman breach first. They're the only rules you need to remember. Alright, so the other 2 things that I'll cover here is breaching somewhere with a door. So looking at the door, you'll be able to see where the hinges are and if it opens inwards and outwards. So if the door opens inwards, you want to move away from the hinges. So as if you're on the left hand side of a room and the door swings onto the right hand side, you want to move straight in left. You want to move away from the door because the door will be in your way as you're moving. If the door hinges outwards, you want to move towards the hinges because the door will immediately clear your path and you'll be able to move inwards. Obviously this is all situational as well, like the immediate threat inside the room will dictate exactly where you go as soon as you cross the threshold, but that's roughly what you do for door. In real life, if the door opens outwards, you actually have the third man will step out of the stack and open the door for the first, second, and third man to go inwards, and that's that. When you need to breach with a shotgun, the first man whoever in the stack has the breaching shotgun will stand out of the line. He'll move facing the doorway. He'll do his 2 breaching shots into the hinges. For the people on the wall move in, becoming the first, second, and third, and the guy who did the breaching becomes the 4th man. And if he can, it's better if he can swap from his breaching shotgun back to his normal rifle, but obviously depends on the speed going through. For throwing grenades into the room, the first man needs to cover the doorway while the second man steps out and throws the grenade in. For you guys to remember that. And we can cover it, breaching a room with AT4 later. That's the fun bit. Alright, so now that we've done all this, we get into a bit of fun practical bit. So I'm going to have my demo team quickly show you any of the breaching techniques you need to know or you request to see. And that sort of. So if Static, Graham, Huska, and Jack, are you guys all here?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, Graham, can you take my FTL? Static, can you take my Grenadier? Huska, can you take my Rifleman? And Jack, can you take my AR, please? Just go.
Quick
yeah.
one. Everyone else, hold on a minute. Have you done clearing red and clearing green yet?
Is this British?
It's British and American. It's NATO SOP.
No. Go ahead. I don't know what that is.
Right. Well, basically, there's two ways you can clear a building or clear a compound or clear fucking anything. Clearing red and clearing green. Clearing green means you enter a building unaware whether it's got civilians or hostiles in it. You don't fire rounds when you're breaching the room. Clearing red means when you enter the room, you're letting off a couple of rounds before you even identified any targets. Clearing red also means grenades in every room. If you've got that many grenades, grenade every room. Majority of the time you want it to be clearing green because clearing red is an incredible waste of ammunition, but if you know there's going to be fuck tons of hostiles in there, clearing red is awesome.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah. I had that down under ROE, but didn't have it called that. Alright, so fucking Static, Graham, Huska, and Jack, you guys ready?
Sure. Kit.
Sure.
Yeah, Jack, just scroll wheel, get automatic rifleman, Huska, scroll wheel, rifleman, Graham, scroll wheel.
I'm already AR.
Yeah,
Alright,
my
Static,
shift
you're
key
gonna
is not working though,
It's
so I'm
all-
like stuck walking. For some reason. I'm sorry to ask,
Green
but how can I
or right
see
click,
which
free
fire team I belong?
Okay,
Oh,
so
maybe
for
it's
this,
just my guns.
I've set up some nice viewing rooms that we can do here. So if everyone follows me around here.
It takes oil fire.
It is
to
the
leave.
big bob of ACs
Welcome
just
to
running
the
around.
Oh, what's
Can
the
the
name?
demo team do what I just said.
Big
It's my favorite word of the
Oh,
place.
retard. Yeah.
I hope you all enjoy my my room, by the way. I was gonna put some big intricate like viewing platform, and then I decided, hang on, I can just do this.
So,
There's a bunch of contacts, you know.
That's easy.
Let me look at my list.
How are they gonna clear all this?
Static, you're in the breaching too.
Let us all shoot when they enter.
Make sure you throw a flash first so we
Yeah.
can see it.
So this is a situation where it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
breaching technique you use, you're going to die.
No, I don't think we should shoot because we'll shoot them in the
I
head.
think a quick 84
Alright.
would do the trick.
Alright guys, no shooting when you enter the room, just I need to
Which-
demonstrate the breaching techniques.
Alright,
stack up
well,
on
we're
some
gonna have to
numbers.
look
sit
at the
down,
pictures
guys?
because we forget.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So-
green guy.
Green,
What about red?
Alright,
the
Boo.
Middle one
We
here.
are the execution squad.
No, as in over here in between the
It's
two
too bad they
rings.
don't have impenetrable glass or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that
So
was
we
Fucking
were
hell behind
we're
Yeah,
us.
so
filling the
first
roles
goes-
up for right.
First goes
We
straight
have to
left,
shoot them.
second goes straight right, third goes 45 degrees left, fourth goes 45 degrees right.
I didn't know I was
Okay.
with Theo.
Give me a second.
So make sure.
Sounds
we
like
shoot them.
Graham's having a little stage
Why
fright.
is your weapon pointed at my... What are you
God,
doing?
worst team ever. Oh my god.
Who's the second man?
Yeah, unload your guns. Just, you know.
Check. What are you doing?
Shooting everybody.
Sounds like something weird's going back.
Guys, you got a whole class here waiting to see if you're good or not.
I'm
I'm
unloading.
expecting
Terrible
some
demo
goodness.
team. Oh my god.
Okay.
Shoot the dog.
Alright.
How are they gonna kill all of us though?
It seems like they did practice
Alright.
beforehand.
So you guys are one ready.
Two ready.
We're ready.
Last man ready.
Reaching.
Oh god, I got a heart on. It's so big right now.
Wow.
Oh.
Kill him, kill him, kill
Alright
him.
guys, so let's be honest here. That was a little bit easy. Is there any breaching technique you guys would like to see these guys demo?
Goes over.
All of them.
Crossing.
All of them. All of them.
Crossing. Okay, please go out
Blowing
there
up the
and do a
building and
crossover.
destroying it.
Alright,
I don't know
Jack,
which one that is.
Could you just show every
Think
one
about
of them? It might be better if you see them in the
That entrance is a little slim. We're gonna go left or right this time, right?
Oh, this is
Wait
gonna
a
be
minute.
fucking brilliant.
No, I'm,
Okay.
No, I'm 4, never mind.
I'm 3.
Yeah,
on
you're
this
free.
side.
Alright.
Alright, one ready.
Two ready.
3 ready.
4 ready.
Reaching.
bridging.
My gun's not up.
This is the same thing.
I got.
Just rolls it like a boss.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, could you guys please demonstrate a pie slice for me?
Do it with
Alright.
Forget
Yeah.
that.
I'd like to
Yeah,
know,
middle one
Where is that? This one?
Middle one.
I want to see same side.
The buttonhole was the first one we saw.
I want to see them die.
Yeah.
What was the second
I
one?
want to see that little crawlback maneuver where you
Crossing.
Weren't both of them the crossover?
Big
I
Except
mean the
somebody
butthole?
runs across the.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
So 3 goes 45.
Yeah, the problem is like they're in
Am I
the
the
structure
only
slot,
one
so they
who
spent
should've
the
died?
majority of the time trying to make sure everyone else wasn't derping.
Which one are you
So
going to show right So now? 3 goes 45 degree left, right?
Which
one
was
was
this
this
in here?
Confidence in my training,
Alright.
cadre.
One ready.
Dicho, your face too big.
3 ready.
Dicho, your face too big.
Preaching.
Really?
Ow! Oh, indeed!
Oh,
My head!
So which one is this? The pie? The pie?
that was the
slice.
pie slice.
He moves around.
Cool.
Alright, nice job guys. Alright, is there any other ones you guys want to demonstrate, or are you guys good, ready to start doing practical shit?
Same side.
Practical shit.
Alright, will I show you
Same
guys
size as
very
my
very
gun wasn't
quickly
ready.
how to do a shotgun breach? Just because I know we can only demo that from the front.
Yeah, okay.
That.
Okay
Alright,
guys, so we'll
got
come
my
around to the
shotgun ready.
front of the shotgun breach house over here.
Oh, you actually made a shotgun breach.
Out of my
house?
way.
Yeah, this is the shotgun breach house. Alright, so as I said to the demo team, if the demo team can just stack up in their 4s as they were before.
Excuse
the
me,
first
sir.
man the shotgun guy?
Yeah, whoever has the breaching shot, as in the rifleman would have the breaching shotgun.
Okay.
Roma, could you please just step out of the side for the breaching team?
I think he's
Out
AFK.
of the way, motherfucker!
Wrong edge.
Rifleman!
Romag.
Okay, just do
shoot
it from
him.
the other side. The other side. Okay, so what would happen here is Huska wants to breach the door, but he doesn't want to get himself killed. So the hinges are on what is this here?
The left side.
Yeah,
The,
the left
door
side.
handle's on the
So
right.
Huska, you would pie slice, and now you are out of the stack. You would put one shot, not yet, but just put one shot into the bottom hinge, the top hinge. The door would go down. The first man, who is Jack now, would breach in doing the button hook, so clearing to the
Can I
immediate
just
right.
stay out here?
Second man would do immediate left. Third man would do 45 degrees to the right. Huska, in the meantime, as they're breaching, try and switch to your M4 and breach to the front left. Okay?
Isn't it dangerous
you'll be the
for
fourth
Huska to
man.
be...
Yeah, you be
You'll
the
be the
fourth
fourth
man
man.
going in when these guys are done. So just get back into the wall there. Yes, get back into the wall. Yeah, stop.
Get back into the wall.
Alright, so Huska's first, so do your all man ready shit.
One ready.
2.
3 ready.
You really don't
Preaching.
have to say ready, you just say 1, 2, 3.
Sorry.
Jack.
Ah! Bang, 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 bang!
And what about the
you.
breaching stuff?
Ba, 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 ba,
On the
ba.
wrong side.
Wasn't supposed to go left?
I didn't know you could do that with the
I
door.
think somebody went the wrong way.
Toss it.
But yeah,
Or-
so
or-
you guys get the
no,
gist of it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Frame
Alright,
ruined it.
great.
I'm fused now.
So the fucking rifleman of every fire team needs to go over to the CQB box and grab themselves a M104 with a couple rounds of slug.
It stays with my
You
first.
need your rifle too.
Yeah,
the wrong
my
way.
fighting doesn't have a rifle anymore.
I did. I went
got a
in the left. I was
question
supposed to fall to the right.
I got a question regarding
the whole time.
order
Alright,
of who goes in
Sorry
first.
guys, someone's got a question.
Yeah,
Jeff,
so,
your fire
team
team leader is Tequila, Jeff.
Who?
I'll be right.
Tequila, the yellow
maybe
guy.
I'll type it down.
Okay, cool.
Alright guys,
Thanks.
one sec. Alright, go.
Yeah, so what's the order of going in? So who should be first, who should be last? You said automatic rifleman is last, but what's the
Yeah,
order,
so well, AR can be third or last man. The team leader should be second or third. And then it leaves everything else up. So the first man can be anyone but the AR, and the second and third man can be hopefully the TL, last man AR. That's how you want to normally set it up going into a room.
Alright, fair enough.
Alright, so I have a bunch of houses all around here. We will clear through them with each fire team. As I said, that big warehouse, please don't go near it for now. So just before we do, I'll go through the very, very quick room clearing stuff. So you move from the known to the unknown, and your fire team leader has designated routes for you. So make sure you remember that. The immediate threat of the room overrides the technique. You need to move towards the immediate threat. Everybody needs to react accordingly to your movement. All right. Make sure you're alert, and you're communicating with each other going into the room. So, for instance, some of the pro words and phrases are, so like you want to try and describe the room as best as possible. So the pro words are like breaching, left and right clear. You know, X times enemy left, right, killed. X times civilian left, right. X times dead, left, right. Man down, stack up. You know. So I have a quick example here of something of a CQB that I recorded before. So the point man says all set. Breaching, left, cabinet, table, civilian male bound, conscious, opening front left, 1 times enemy downed, left, clear. And he knows that it's and he's letting everyone know that the left hand side is clear. So you try your best to describe your surroundings so everyone else knows what's going on. You call your area of responsibility clear, and you take a position on any doorways or openings to make sure no further enemies get through. The AR of the team needs to set up and cover the rear or any other vantage points into the room. The only person who calls room clear is the team leader, and he lets the squad leader know room clear. Now, actions on casualty are just a tiny bit different. Is you call man down, but you continue clearing the room, and if he is one of the critical members of the team, so for instance the first man goes down, the third man will need to take the blind spot there. So obviously you want to fucking shoot the guy who just shot him. The only time you go to the wounded man is when the team leader announces all clear, or whoever second command is if the team leader is down, and that's when you tend to his wounds. The surviving members of the team need to cover the more important sectors, regardless of who's there. And here's another thing that what you're trying to get in is you mark cleared rooms and houses with chem lights. So I've put a fucking shit ton of chem lights into that box over there, but everybody should have chem lights on them. So we'll agree for now that let's see here.
Do you know the NATO markers for this?
Yeah, I know the NATO markers, like the ones you hang out of windows on engineer tapes with chem lights on them.
Type if it's the same. Type yours out to see if it's the same ones. Because your IDF, I don't know if it'd be the same or not.
Oh no, what I just changed it from real life because we can't hang chem lights out walls.
Okay.
I just thought you threw a grenade.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
So the markings are pre-designated, so it's whatever the platoon leader decides he wants where. So I decided that instead of NATO one's Jack, just because the person can just fucking green entry point, red entry, casualty, blue. Yeah. I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we might as well use this one. We'll use the proper one. So green is that the entry point to the building is clear. Red, the entry point to the building is not clear. Yellow is that there's casualties inside the building, and blue is that there's booby-trapped rooms or the engineers needed somewhere.
You hang that at the entry point, so you can have green and yellow and blue, or red and yellow and blue. It's always green or red, and then something else. If you need something else.
So casualties for the room, is that anybody in the room or friendlies in the room?
Casualties is any friendlies. You don't mark enemies because if you've done it in Fibio, you will have shot them many times.
Yeah.
If there's a surviving enemy in close combat, you've done something wrong. So if there's a connected room to the room that you're clearing, you need to move to the doorway, open the door if it's closed, and engage any targets of opportunity from the door, but do not cross the threshold of the doorway. The team lead will order you to eventually stack back up on the door, and then you'll breach in. If it's a stairway, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. You secure the base of the stairs and scope up it as if it was a doorway. The first man, to anybody who knows military breaching SOPs, this involved a bit of talking with the instructors. We had to alter it a whole lot because of the way Arma works. So the first man moves up the stairs, clinging towards the wall. If there was a switchback in the stairs, as in the stairs bends and goes up again, you cling to the wall opposite of the corner and you pie slice the corner to look up the stairs. The stairs with these switchbacks often have lofts, so that's an area looking down into the stairs. The first man, as he's going up the stairs, needs to spin and check for a loft or any hidden firing positions. The second man then covers the front arc while that's happening. The first man will ascend the stairs until the switchback Then he turns around, clears the corner, and another member of the team takes up clearing above and rear, normally the third man. When all members reach the switchback of the stairs, the team continues upwards in the same stack, treating the end of the stairway as a new door. So...
Yeah, I think you'll need to
demonstrate that.
because,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tio, can I go through it with you in a minute?
It probably sounds more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah, it is. It does sound complicated. One of the
Basically, as you know, you come to a stairwell, but say you've cleared the whole of the bottom floor, you come to a stairwell that bends in the middle, like it goes up and then it turns 180 degrees and then goes up again. So there's like a landing halfway up. The first man will go up that stairs backwards, then into the corner on the left, like his left as he was facing it up straight. He'll go into that corner. Second man will come up backwards again and drop into the right-hand corner. So now you've got two guys on that landing. Then the third man will take the position of the first man. First man will move up the stairs. Same again with the fourth man, second man. And then you carry on as normal. It's the easiest way of explaining it.
Just trying to find which one of these buildings has the proper stairs to demonstrate for you guys. 1 second.
Sometimes it's weird being in these classes sometimes because like a lot of stuff between Americans and British is the same, and then a lot of stuff between Americans and British is completely fucking different. So I'm sat here thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Come back over here.
Don't you think that most of the time though?
NATO stuff is quite similar, and Amphibia all appears to be quite NATO. Okay. So you know it's Met, I assume you're probably all Yanks.
I found the room that has it. If you guys just head to your westish past the fucking viewing rooms, you'll see me standing outside waving my arm.
Could have asked me to help make these damn things.
Yay, lunchtime!
There's two of them, this one on the right has one.
T-Hawk, you could have just asked me where in the village they are, seeing as I work in this village IRL.
Oh, this one is the I put all these buildings down custom, so.
Well, they're all the same co-build down buildings.
Oh yeah, sorry, right, the co-build.
I know the layout of these buildings
so
already.
How many people can we get viewing this at once?
Oh, imagine
No,
everyone
yeah,
trying to storm this building.
Wait, everyone else stay out. Not everyone come in. No. Stay out there.
Going in force.
Let us in.
I'll be the bouncer. We shall be in this
There
room.
are different tiers to this.
Excuse me.
Is there a better one than this?
Unless Arma doesn't have them.
What is it you're looking for, sir?
A switch back stairs.
There should be one in the tube-sided building, just along the row. These ones.
T-Hawk, if you're on this, the ones with the two doors on them should have it. Might as well.
Radio check.
What's up?
Nope.
Cool.
Talking about young RGs today.
You can't be right at my side door.
These stairs right here.
Stay out, usher and instructor, stay out.
Yeah, these stairs here. Sorry, what's the question?
How are we supposed to breach it where it's like this little patio?
You can do it exactly the same way.
Then like this
It's
switch
just a
back
bit you
here.
have to be quicker going up the stairs.
No,
than you
I
do.
mean like the front door. You see how the
Yeah,
front
well,
door
you
is,
don't stand by the door.
stairs
You
like that.
stand below the steps. And
How are
go
you
up the
supposed to
stairs.
breach that?
Yeah, this is where your logic comes in. So you all can't stand like this because shit's gonna happen. So the second and first man need to high-low this door, and the first man needs to open it to look in while they both are scoping the door. When they see that the hallway is clear, they breach in using, let's see what technique we would use here. I'd say same side until you reach the two doorways here and just hold on them.
I don't know whether T-Hawk has gone over this, but when you're stacked up outside, you're not always staring at the back of the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
You should also, especially in a situation like this, say you're stacked up on the right-hand side of the building now, you'd be definitely looking at that window the whole time. Rear man, or one of the guys in the middle would be defo looking at that window. You'd have one guy covering the corner, off to the right there. You never all want to be looking in the same direction in Amphibia.
Yeah, okay, so if the instructors want to just run in here and stack up on the doorway, so you guys can't go past each other on the stairway, as in most Arma stairways. So as I said, I was describing it, the first man just comes up. Am I running here or walking? The first man comes up, he turns around, scopes the top, stops at the corner, make sure there's no one hiding in the corner here, and then waits for the rest of the team to catch up, and then you move up the stairs again, using it as a treating as a
I knew I shouldn't have got them the cheap tickets.
So that's pretty much just how it's done.
How are we gonna demonstrate this for everyone?
Well, we just get a fire team at a time to come in and have a look
You
at
can
it.
also stand on the top of the stairs.
Oh,
Tio, come here though. Tio, come here.
Yeah.
So first man will come to this corner.
Are they practicing?
This one.
Yeah, just.